Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, or today, one of the two, Locked in Wrestling proudly brings to you Mr. Kyle P., CJ Aerosmith, and Mr. Arkham Prince down here, and we are
Locked in
in
wrestling. Stay locked in, bitches. How are you guys doing? A chaotic WrestleMania week has concluded. We will get to that in a second, but I want to plug a couple things. I know I've said it before, but we have a TikTok now. Go and follow that down below. We have an Instagram. Go and follow that down below. And we also have merch. Merch is sexy as fuck. We have a tie-dye color. Also have some FT production merch down below. Have some hats, some cell phone cases, some hoodies. I think there's some tank tops too. Summer's approaching. Go ahead and follow that down below. Also, guys, we are going to be starting a more consistent schedule now. The chaotic WrestleMania week is over. These podcast episodes will be coming out on Wednesday. So 3.5 Men Locked in Wrestling, the main podcast that you guys have been watching, will come out Wednesday. CJ's In Tune to Death show will be coming out on Sundays. And then Prince has a very special thing coming very soon. More details on that will be announced very soon. Keep an eye out on that. That will be coming out on Fridays. And
stay tuned and stay locked in, bro. Let me tell you this, what I got planned is something really fun. Yep. Definitely not wrestling related, but it's still gonna be.
We're expanding, and it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a hell of a ride, and excited to take you guys along with us. The boys, that's all I had. Let's go ahead and jump in to WrestleMania 41 Aftermath, Stand and Deliver, and the best Raw after WrestleMania. I'm just going to say it, the best Raw after WrestleMania, at least that I can say in my head, ever.
Boys, I agree with that statement 100%, man. This WrestleMania, this Monday Night Raw was definitely a solid show. One of the best ones after Mania we've had in years.
And for the jack-offs complaining about it, that's for you.
Yep. Hey, let's all do it. Fuck you.
Suck it, bitch.
That was our 3-second pose. So we're going to go in order. We're going to start with Stand and Deliver.
Fucking million out of 10. That fucking show is the best show of the weekend.
Dude, it was the okay. So for me, if I had to rate it, I really fucking liked Raw After Mania. I'm not gonna lie. Raw After Mania is just above Stand and Deliver for me. Just above.
I can't, dude. Like, NXT Stand and Deliver was just so good.
It was good. Trust me. It is just there. And I'm going to get into it in a second. It was just there for me. Like, it's literally like 0.5 seconds above Stand and Deliver. So for me, it would have to be, if I had to rate it, Raw After Mania, then Stand and Deliver, then WrestleMania Night 2, WrestleMania Night 1.
I would go
Stand
with.
Stand Deliver was great. Stand Deliver was great. I just thought Raw After Mania as a consistent whole show flowed so fucking good. Like there wasn't a second I was bored off my ass. And that's not to say that NXT Stand Deliver was bad at all. It wasn't, because it was better than fucking WrestleMania.
But we're also coming off the biggest end of WrestleMania weekend. And the last thing's on our mind right now is Monday Night Raw. Because look at everything that went on last night. Look at the returns. Look at the matches we had. Look at what happened in those matches. You know, this is so fresh in a lot of our minds. But I'll say this.
Sorry, I was pulling a Booker T.
Stand and Deliver was definitely top tier. This was one of the greatest pay-per-views when it comes to WrestleMania weekend. The one thing I enjoyed most about this was that it started off as a 10 and it went from 10 15, 25, 45, 65. Like, it slapped the shit out of me because I was expecting just to watch a solid, great 5 out of 5 stand and deliver. I got something 10 times better than what I was expecting. And I'll tell you this was definitely such an enjoyable show. I would have to go stand and deliver Monday Night Raw. I guess I'd go night 2 and then night 1.
Okay. Fair enough.
CJ, what about you?
I watched way too much wrestling last week. There was so much shit going on. I could not keep up. I'm pretty sure I watched over, I think, 40 hours. It had to be at least 40 hours of wrestling this week.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Last week. They had to be.
See, CJ's our independent guy. That's why he runs the Into the Death stuff. Not that I respect all forms of wrestling, always will, but I'm always just a mainstream WWE guy. That's what this podcast is. So if you guys want to go check out independent stuff and deathmatch stuff, all that stuff, CJ's your guy. Go over there. And yeah.
And possibly AEW starting soon.
AEW?
Yeah, I might
do some TNA too.
start covering all of it. Now that I have TNA Plus, go subscribe.
Good morning, my child.
The Chief is up.
The Chief
The
is up.
tribal
The
chief
real,
is up.
the OTC.
The one that controls me has awakened.
So,
good morning. How are you doing? You want to join us?
Yes. Stand and Deliver was number 1.
What did you enjoy? What did you like? He really liked El Grande Americano. He's trying to break the Scooby Doo case. Right?
You almost there? You almost broke it, buddy?
I don't know. And then he was also throwing those ones up for the greatest of all time as Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
And Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. That he went when LA Knight countered that BFT into the moonsault. Off the moonsault.
Crazy.
Right? You want to know what's crazy, honestly, really? Because I'm not really an insider when it comes to NXT. So I don't really truly know a lot of the stories. But dude, the one thing that really blew my mind, and I felt like I was watching it for years just off this one match, was Doc State versus the Family.
Oh, that match was fire.
Dude, that match was so solid, man. So like I said, I didn't know much going into it. And I'll tell you this, WWE has that way of showing you so many months or so many years of story, right? For one main story. And it seems like, okay, I don't know though, like I wasn't there from step 1, 2, and 3, but that video package that they gave me, I understood everything. And let me tell you, that end, you felt it. At least I felt it. I felt something was gonna happen. And when the only thing I didn't know is who was gonna do what, but the way there was a moment in the match when I think it was Stax, he tagged in Tony and jumped in and took over. Tony had that very emotional look on his face, and he's saying here, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Tony at one point say emotions are weak-minded? Bro, if true, then you're showing a lot of weakness right now. What? What?
That's
Hey,
Stacks,
exactly what he
man.
saw.
Huh?
so
That's exactly what he saw. That's why Stacks took advantage.
And I'll tell you this, I'm happy for it. As an outsider, right? I friggin' loved it. I thought it was great, and I'm glad it was Stacks that did it.
so
But
I am
I
very
honestly believed in my head that it would have been Tony.
so I am very, very intrigued, and I love this Dark State stuff. I love how they're building them. This is how Retribution should have been handled.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
um,
But
that was one of my favorite matches of the night. But if I had to go and just say what my favorite matches of the whole entire weekend
Oh,
was that men's triple threats, Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. My God,
I might have
that
to argue.
was a banger.
yeah. Okay. I don't. Well,
Okay, what's your argument?
Personally, Seth, Roman, and Punk.
Seth Roman and Punk is up there, trust me. But this match, uh,
I'll tell
it's
you this. Another
it's
match
very
that did
close.
it for me
It's
was
very close.
Ethan Page and Ricky Saints.
Ethan Page
That
and
was
Ricky Saints was
banging.
very good.
Now that's how
Very
you. That's what I'm talking about. Is that's how you take two of your biggest stars and open them up on one of the best pay per views. I forget every time I watch Stand and Deliver. I never leave unhappy.
My favorite match of the week is not on any of these cards. So, but that's that.
okay. So let's jump in. Let's jump into WrestleMania, and then we're gonna hop in to Raw after Mania because this is where primarily a lot of our talks gonna be. But I did just want to cover NXT a little bit and show them some love. Um, WrestleMania night one. Let's start with night one. What was your favorite moment, match? Go ahead.
Prince.
Go Prince.
Yeet. Finally seeing Jay Uso win that championship belt. Let me tell you, I was doubting this man, then I was on his side, then I was doubting him again, going back and forth, not sure what to do. I can't stand this bullshit. Gunther, it looks like you're gonna retain, and then boom, Saturday night. What a hell of a match. And Jay earned it. Jay deserves it. Congratulations to Jay. Seeing him tap out Gunther was definitely amazing. I will say this. I wasn't expecting to see Gunther ever tap.
Do you know the story behind that?
Hey,
No, no.
So there's two stories behind it.
Mm-hmm.
One, Ilya Dragunov was the first
Oh,
person
I
to
did
ever,
hear that one. Yeah, I heard
yeah,
about
yeah,
Alien being the first man to make him tap.
yeah. We talked about this the other day.
and two, that's how
So,
he choked out Jimmy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
okay, so like we said, only thing I didn't like about it is I felt like it should have been like 10, 15 seconds more dramatic of Gunther trying to break out of it before he tapped. He literally that was my only real issue is I felt
Yeah.
like Gunther tapped a little too quick. He should have had a little bit more of a fight. But
That's fair.
I mean,
that was my only real issue with it.
the way he was built when he came in, the way he was handled as Intercontinental Champion, then World Heavyweight Champion, that straight beast mentality. I think what should have happened, honestly, forget tapping out. I think maybe he should have just knocked out.
Yeah,
And that's how he won. You keep Gunther looking strong, but Jay's still the champion.
You
yeah.
know why he tapped? You know why he tapped so quick? I just realized this.
Mm.
He hit like two or three splashes before he tapped him out.
He had 3 splashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit 3 splashes, and that puts pressure on his lungs already, and he's already breathing heavy. And then the choker, and then he's down. He's done.
No, yeah, like I get all that, but I wish they could have. I think they could have gone like 5 seconds more, 10 seconds more. But either way, we'll get into it in a second, because or actually no. You know what? Let's skip ahead really quick because I want to talk about this. They saved my whole opinion on that because of what they did on Raw. My favorite segment out of all of yesterday on Monday Night Raw was Gunther coming out and bullying Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. That was so fucking good. Out of everything that happened on last night's show, which we'll get to, that was my favorite segment that happened. Don't get me wrong, everything else was great, but the way this was booked, the way that they handled this was off.
Dude, the way Pat sold everything was just so amazing. And then Michael Cole.
Not just the way, Michael Cole. Michael Cole had an awesome backstage
they
segment.
work so well together, why they make one of the best teams when it comes to commentary teams. Yep. Past or present, that's one of the best teams, hands down, currently, that we have.
Here, I got to share this real quick, because now after this, I love Gunther, but he's not ready for my demon. Yes, sir. Michael Cole, Gunther.
Hey,
Backlash.
Hey. Not only that.
A pole match.
So wait, how does that person on a pole match work?
I don't know.
Yeah. Headset on a pole match.
I love Kyle's.
Okay. We've gone 17 minutes without no fuckery, so let's continue this.
Okay? Oh wait, no. Hold on. I have one thing to do before we get on. For everybody who hated on that fucking segment last night, this is for you.
Suck it, bitch.
Yeah, suck it. And Michael Cole standing up to Adam Pearce backstage. You know, I'm not going to let some bully stop me from doing my job. Such a cold fucking line. One more thing.
If you go back to the 90s and 2000s, that man was bullied by some of the biggest stars. You think he's going to let Gunther get the better of him? Hell no.
Fuck no.
He stays some of the best.
One more thing. Fuck all y'all that hate and put pressure on fucking Joe Tessitore. He is fucking amazing. He is meant to do this fucking job. The way he fucking sold and acted when he came on, the fucking he was one man in the booth for at least 10 minutes. For
the way he took over was just like that. It was just
and the way he could sold his friend Michael Cole when he came back. Let's all give him a golf clap. Come on.
Did you also
golf clap? Come on. Prince CJ golf clap. Let's get it. Yeah. Fucking beautiful.
Also, did you notice when he wasn't even ready when he came out? He didn't even have his jacket on.
Yeah.
His shirt wasn't buttoned.
That's what I mean. He wasn't ready. They sold that segment was just so good. They did everything to a T. This is why sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I'd say 98.99% of the time Triple H cooks.
So what happened with night 2?
That's why I say 98.99% of the time.
Triple H cooks. I think it's almost about time the stupid final boss shows up on McAfee show.
Oh yeah, that's happening soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's odd. Yeah, what time's it at?
Yeah, I don't know what time it is.
And we'll talk about that later on in the episode. Fucking stupid
shit.
Final boss bullshit.
Breaking news.
Oh boy.
Breaking news. We have the first poster. We'll see how good this shows up on here. We have the first poster for Money in the Bank in Los Angeles. We have Punk, Jay, Cena, Rhodes, Charlotte, Io, Seth, Gunther, Tiffy, Rhea, Jacob Fatu, Bianca. Fuck yeah.
Fatu.
Fatu.
Yada
Two. Jacob. Two.
Oh, here, hold on. Right back on the Pat McAfee thing. Let's watch this real quick.
On Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania last night, I went to a medical facility local over there in Las Vegas. I thought maybe I was going to have something with C2, C3, maybe up here, something in the neck because of how it felt. But instead, I was deemed A-okay. I certainly lost consciousness last night, though, as the entire world
He was
watched on.
purple.
And shout to the boys jumping the barricade and trying to get me. Now, I do have some questions. All that security is kind of focused on the boys, and I'd be focused too. I mean, Ty was going to get some. Boston Connor was going to gnaw on Achilles if he had to. D-Bone actually puked ringside because of how jacked up he was, and D-Butt almost ran through. Goat me,
Go on and watch the full ad. Still like another 2 minutes, but who else fucking thought that when his crew jumped the barricades for a split second? I thought that was a fan.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fan. I didn't realize it was a Pat McAfee crew.
No, I noticed it was them. I noticed it was them right when I saw Boston Connor.
Oh, okay.
The
First one I saw was the one with the longer hair.
That's Boston Connor.
Oh, that's Boston Connor. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into night 2 because our night 1 main event will kind of go into coincide with our Raw talk. Let's get into night 2 real quick, and then
wait, what?
Our night 2 main event because we were starting to talk about that.
Oh no, we were talking about night 1.
Or do you guys have more to mention about night 1? Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought
we were talking about the main event.
No, because you had said except for because I said Triple H Cooks and then except for the night 2 main event. I thought we were going to segue into that. So my bad.
Oh, no.
Okay, no. My bad. What else did you
an asshole joke.
Oh, okay. What else did you guys talk about night 1?
The main event.
No. That's what I was saying. We're going to talk about the main event.
Shock of the night. And the shocker of the night. Charlotte Flair actually lost.
And we can all say death.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised they happened.
Death taxes, and 99.999% of the time, Charlotte Flair wins championship gold after coming back from injury. So it's still Tiffy time. Oh, and she had a beautiful Barbie entrance. My God.
Yeah, that entrance was awesome.
My God. Oh, and Jacob Fatu had an awesome werewolf mask made by
that mask was dope as hell.
Made by Jason Baker, who does a lot of WWE's masks or outfits and stuff, but he's most known for
the mask for the film The Black Phone.
Yep, and Black Phone too.
And the sequel.
Real quick. Let's get into a little discussion because I'm excited. I'm hoping that they can actually do it right this time and they get a chance because they have one more chance to do this right. Me and Prince did an episode on this a couple of months ago. Talking about the Wyatt 6.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we see the Wyatt 6 soon? I think we do.
I'm hoping so.
I think they were just what I wish they had got a Mania spot, but I feel like the buildup was just gonna be too late and they didn't have anything for them. So it's better just to start it fresh after Mania. So
yeah, Mania was already stacked as it was anyway.
Let's do a little give it to me. I still need to see this. I still need to see Wyatt 6 targeting Judgment Day.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So So where would you put the Wyatt Six on SmackDown right now?
Well, I think the Wyatt Six would just get drafted back to Raw because the draft is coming back up.
So you're gonna wait to bring them back till the draft?
Yeah, I think you can probably start having them like do their little QR code and stuff and their little all that, and then maybe they'll make an appearance and attack them. They can still attack them and not be assigned to a show. You know what I mean? And then they'll just get announced during the draft.
Fair.
So something like that, or they could come back and have a little mini feud with someone, target someone on SmackDown, and then go to Raw and they could start that, something like that. But I do think we should see the Wyatt Six soon.
I'm possibly cooking.
Cook.
Wyatt Six attacks. Well, okay, we're getting down the line of John Cena's title run.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who pops out of nowhere
Uncle
and
Howdy.
has another feud with John Cena?
Uncle Howdy. Okay, so like
No,
I
said Orton.
I wouldn't mind that, but my only thing is,
Cena's not babyface.
No. The Wyatt Six was baby. They technically were baby faces during the whole thing with American Made. So they can totally be baby faces. Bray Wyatt was baby faces at some point.
That's true.
Totally can work. My only issue is putting anything related to Bray Wyatt's with championships and John Cena as a champion. I just don't.
True.
I just don't. Do you think it buries Uncle Howdy's stock at all if he takes a loss from Uncle Howdy in a title match? I think it kind of does, but at the same time it doesn't. Thoughts? I think it's 50-50 for me. It could go both ways.
Well, if he doesn't win the title, it's fine.
Well, one thing I will say about this is it will legitimize the Wyatt Six because they'll finally be booked in the main event and they'll be going against John Cena. So I like that much. But then there's going to be the arguments made: did Wyatt Six get buried because fucking Cena? But at the same time, no. You know what? At the same, no. Actually, you know what? I fuck with that because at the same time, no. I had to really think about it in my head. At the same time, I think all will be good. All will be good. I think they can run with that and everything be good.
All right, we got a little off track. We need to steer back on.
Sorry, I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan. I love my Wyatt Six. I need them on TV.
I know. I was there when Bray Wyatt came back.
Oh, and the Wyatt Six also won Slam of the Year for What the Fuck moment.
Hey.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And then I don't know if you guys saw that because it was all on socials, but the Wyatt Six actually sent a message after they had won. That's the first we've heard of them in fucking months, and it was just an anonymous message saying just like, oh, so it's the first we've heard of them though. It's a start.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else from night one do we want to cover before we get into night two and Raw after Mania?
Ray Phoenix debut. Dope.
Yep.
Good for him.
That's one thing. Having both Ray Phoenix and Penta on the card on Mania. Are you shitting me? That's friggin' dope as hell. They haven't been there long. That's awesome.
I do want to mention
longer
something.
than Ray, of course, but still, that was great.
No, that happened before the show. WWE purchasing AAA. Dope as fuck.
Fucking dope. And then they're going to have a pay-per-view.
Crossover.
They're going to have a pay-per-view with NXT in June. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but that pay-per-view with NXT and Money in the Bank is all happening the same day.
In the same arena.
Yep. I'm excited
So,
for this to see what this is gonna be like
It's
because
a
I never
baseball
seen
stadium, I
anything
think.
like this.
yes, San Diego Padres baseball field, Petco
Yep.
Park. Oh wait, no, that's Survivor Series.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry. It's just going to be a habit on this podcast. We're going to get off topic. The Rock
Oh
just went
wait.
on the Pat McAfee show just now and said, "I feel like a couple things could have been better."
Yeah, you should have fucking been there.
First of all, I was very happy with the show. A couple of things I thought could have been better, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But overall, man, everyone, the work rate of every single performer, women and man was dynamic. I thought this is.
Oh, jeez. Fuck me.
All right, or no,
Okay.
no, fuck The Rock.
I think we just need to segue into night two real quick. Now that happened.
Fuck Dwayne Johnson.
So Cena Rhodes, it wasn't great. We're just gonna be honest. It wasn't great. It could have been better.
What?
No. Cena Rhodes. I'm saying it wasn't great. It could have been better.
Honestly,
fucking awful.
both nights had great endings, but other than that, the thing that I noticed about this WrestleMania was that the card was stacked, the stage was fresh, everything looked so clean, so great, the executions was great, but there was just something missing throughout both nights where even with them together, it still didn't hit that mark. At least for me, like the excitement was there, but it wasn't like fully there. It was great having Randy Orton on the card. Thank God. It was awesome fucking seeing Joe Hendry. That was great. That was intense right there. And I'm not a fan. It's not that I'm not a fan of Joe Hendry. I'm just not familiar with him. But let me tell you, I fucking popped for him. I thought that was awesome. You hear this man's name everywhere you go as a wrestling fan. I believe in Joe Hendry. It's honestly every time I hear that I gotta go along with it.
Yeah,
I have to.
They used. I don't know if they have it still for computer, but they had sounds they used to be able to play during the thing on StreamYard.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But
there's background music. I don't see sounds.
But no, night two was very good, except the ending. That's all I can basically talk about.
I was fine with the ending, honestly. I loved it. John Cena won 17 times. Are you shitting me? Hell yeah, I'm all for it.
That's not the problem with it.
Huh?
That's not the problem with the ending.
No, I'm just saying like that was freaking awesome.
The problem with the ending, it should have been The Rock.
Oh yeah, Travis,
or like I had already said multiple times. If Rock wasn't going to be there, there's no point in Travis coming out. Just had Cena do it all on his own. The only reason that match was bad for me was the whole Travis Scott coming out because we didn't need Travis Scott. We didn't. We could have had Travis Scott coming out, maybe even after Cena had won the title.
Yeah.
Maybe. Even then, I don't think it's needed. But if we have Travis come out, have him come out at the end. I don't know. He didn't need to come out during the match because the match, even though it wasn't great, it was okay for me it was just an okay match up until when Travis Scott came out. I think the match was just okay. I think the storytelling they were telling was Cena giving Rhodes like 4 AAs before Travis Scott came out was great. I thought no, was it nowhere near Roman and Cody last year? Fuck no, but there's no way you're
Fuck
gonna be able
no.
to top there's no way you're gonna be able to top that. I'm sorry, there's just
There's
not.
no way you're gonna top Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna fucking. I mean, you can, but there's just no way you're gonna fucking be able to do it this soon.
Has Marvel topped Avengers Endgame since
No.
exactly?
And do I feel like it could be top? Possibly, but a lot of things are just once in a lifetime.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
But I mean, we did get twice in a lifetime with Rock and Cena, so anything is possible.
Those assholes. Once in a lifetime bullshit.
Yeah,
That's all The
yeah.
Rock is, bullshit right now.
Oh, really quick for night 2. My man, Dirty Dom Mysterio, is your new IC champion. Yes, sir.
Dude, congratulations, man. That was awesome. I'm happy with that. I love the fact that he pinned Finn. And then what happened last night, seeing that interaction?
Beautiful.
It was.
Absolutely beautiful.
I thought, actually, if we're since we're gonna segue into that, in a little bit, I thought Finn was gonna turn on. I thought Finn was gonna screw Dom last night.
I think
I was expecting that. I was
think
expecting him to do something, honestly.
I think this is just
But
going to
they're
be
gonna
another one
slow
of
build it.
those Triple H slow burns. Exactly.
Yeah. But it definitely did kickstart last night. Honestly, in my
Mhm.
opinion, kickstart. There's something's bound to happen. And I feel like as of right now, I'm calling it. I think we're gonna get Dom versus Finn at
Backlash.
Backlash. I'm hoping for that at least. As a fan, I'm hoping for it. Now, if I'm taking the fan side out, I feel like now what happened last night was the start of it. Dom is gonna get too cocky and start gloating, boasting up, saying how he pinned Finn to win the championship, and Finn's gonna try and brush it off, of course, but then he gets sick and tired of it. Then probably maybe fucking however they do their timing and stuff with all this. You know how WWE is with their timing. They could take something and get it started into something awesome. And Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor, whether the title's on the line or not, I like it. There's a lot of heat right there. Especially coming from Finn. When you look at Finn and you see the way he looked at Dom when they were backstage. Yesterday. So
I mean, to be
we
fair,
need that.
Maybe we don't see anything out of this. I hope we do, because they've been doing a slow burn with Theory and Waller off and on for like over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
So who the fuck knows?
I can't believe we didn't talk about this.
What?
On NXT, Gooner T. Yeah, man. Fucking Gooner T, Booker T, on commentary.
Oh! I'm sorry. When you were saying Gooner, I was just thinking.
Yeah,
I was just thinking of Big Daddy Gooner. From
Gunther.
Gunther. I was like, what? Gunther was on NXT? I was like,
Gooner T.
CJ, how much more do you have until you have to roll out?
I'll just stay for the rest of the episode. I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck. Okay. We'll be here for another hour. We'll be overtime. Hey, can we break the record for the longest podcast?
No.
I think the longest podcast is like an hour or 2 minutes.
Yeah. Wait, no, I'm not cheering for that. No, I'm not cheering for that.
All right.
Hey, we
Monday Night Raw.
Hold on. Okay, go on and start talking about Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna get her stats for the longest podcast.
All right. So segueing in, we got all that. We talked Punk Seth Roman. Segue into on Monday Night Raw. What an ending! Let's go from the ending, and then we'll talk about the Cody, because I really want to talk about the ending. Whoa.
Yeah, after
Wow.
last night, after last night's ending,
an hour, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, hour, 2 minutes, and 17 seconds. Let's do it. Really, really quick for a second. Let's lost my train of thought. We kind of got to talk about the night one main event, just really subtle. I hate myself because we should have seen it coming. I thought they were trying to do a fucking swerve with saying Seth was going to align with Paul Heyman, but it happened. Seth
I believe I think I was. We've had this conversation. I think I've had it with you or CJ, but I brought it up briefly that there's a big possibility that Paul Heyman could have sided with Seth. The thing was, I thought I was just talking out of my ass. I thought I was blowing smoke.
I thought it was out of my ass too. Trust me. Like I just did it. I didn't want to believe it. That was my biggest thing. I didn't want to believe that it was possible. If that made any sense.
When I saw Roman push Paul behind him, I was like, "Oh, it's over. It's over."
Yeah, well, for me, it was
fucked.
when the way Paul was standing behind Roman and just looking at him when he was getting ready, and then oh my god, I just
I'm big and juicy.
At first I was kind of hoping that before that spot happened that I was just talking shit. I was just thinking of something that would have been unrealistic.
That's a meme. That's a new meme. Oh. What happened to Prince?
Here we go again. Every time. You know, I'm 5'4", but I've had it up to here with this bullshit.
Oh my god. All right, Prince, let's continue on with this conversation. All right. So I
Dude,
don't even
seeing who's siding with Paul Heyman and now Seth.
Okay, I've had my fun.
Like I was saying, seeing who's teaming up with Paul and Seth is friggin' amazing.
I was gonna click the button again, but I wasn't gonna be an asshole.
Thank you for not doing that. I'm curious to see, are they gonna add another one? And if so, who would it be? Because we recently, me, you, and Kyle recently touched up on this.
Ethan Page.
Yep. You know what? I'm still gonna stick with my pick. I would like to see Ricky Saints in the mix, honestly.
I feel like he's still got his time in NXT though.
He's still got his time in NXT.
No, he does. I get it, but still,
okay, hold on. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Here's my prediction.
Who do you think you are?
Here's my prediction for Backlash: Punk and Roman against Seth and Breakker.
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
And then this is how we segue into the third man getting introduced. The third man will debut at Backlash. with Seth and Breaker and Heyman.
Joe
And
Hendry again.
my pick for the third man is my boy, Daddy Omos. We need Omos. We need a big Nigerian and giant enforcer. Come on. Tell me that's not money. No, in all seriousness. No. I would mark out if Omos to join them. I'm not going to lie.
I know you would.
I would
I
mark
know
out.
you would.
But if we're
Who
going to be real,
else?
if we're going to be realistic, my pick, Ethan Page.
Who else? Oh, honestly, who else is unexpectedly going to turn and join them?
Ethan Page.
Yeah,
Like,
fair enough.
that's what I'm saying. He's already a big heel. He already gets heat.
But I think
Do it.
I don't think Ethan Page needs any more time in NXT. I don't. I think he can come to the main roster. And
Well, he just lost to Ricky Saints, so
he just lost to Ricky Saints, and I don't think we'll see him until Backlash. He'll come back he'll come back at Backlash. Bronson Reed is another interesting choice, but I don't know. My number one pick is Ethan Page. Ethan Page, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. That's my number one pick. I do like Ricky Saints, but he still has that North American title, and I think he's okay now in NXT. And he's very over with the fans right now as a babyface.
Yeah.
So I sadly just don't see him turning heel right now.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think of who else is on the main roster who's babyface that could turn heel and join them. Sami Zayn? Possibility.
Maybe. See, I don't think it's going to be anyone. I don't think it's going to be any big name. Ethan Page is a big name. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's going to be the whole point of this is Braun Breaker. Of course, he's a big name. I'm not saying he's not, but your big main star of this group is Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to put another big star into this group.
That's
Seth Rollins, of course, is the leader, and you're going to have two up and coming guys with Seth, Braun Breaker, and
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page. And Paul Heyman is their Ric Flair. He's their manager.
What about Stacks?
Channing Stacks?
There's a possibility.
But I see them going. I don't know. I love the idea of Ethan Page. I do too. I love the idea of Ethan Page joining them.
Yeah,
that's my pick. Ethan Page.
I said Ethan Page. I was going to put it in both of those dudes' heads.
Oh,
it's Ethan Page.
Even though he's my tribal chief and he's the greatest of all time, let's give him a bravo for showing up last night on Raw. I didn't expect that. I was like, oh,
I was not expecting that. I was happy with that.
Yeah,
seeing him get speared. Oh my god, bro.
Dude,
that's wild.
Okay. Let's say this. Roman has a good looking spear. His spear is what I call one of them nice, smooth spears. But Braun Breaker, he's just got that nasty spear.
Braun is looking to break you in half with his spear. This is why, if you remember, I asked you a question: who would you rather get speared by, him or Roman? I mean, I think it was you that asked me or whatever. Roman. I chose Roman over Braun because at least with Roman, I'm able to get up in a few weeks. Whereas with Braun, that's a Mack truck.
You have a couple ribs.
I'm gonna snap me in half, bro. Like there's no coming back from that. Even everyone even all the stars that I used to taking that specific move from Braun Breaker. Like you see how they are. Like to me, I don't even think they're selling it. I don't call that. I don't consider them acting. To me, that's some real shit. You see the power, you see the force, you see that speed. Watching them get ready to run around that ring and fucking destroy your opponent. Like, oh, it's so awesome.
Thoughts, guys. Real quick thoughts, guys. I saw this as like on Twitter as like an idea. What do you guys think of Becky joining with Paul Heyman and stuff?
I
Like,
I said that last night.
Yeah.
not really like a main factor of the group, like more of a side character. Like she popped in here and there, maybe.
Well, no, she's
Yeah.
I like it.
Seth's. She's gonna be.
I like that.
I have a feeling it's gonna be AJ and Punk versus her and Rollins eventually.
SummerSlam, maybe. I mean, my train of AJ Lee died a long time ago coming back, because if she ever
Yeah.
was gonna come back, it was during the McIntyre feud, in my opinion.
No.
Just my opinion, because the whole thing with the necklace and the bracelet, she could have came out and low blowed McIntyre or some shit, like kicked him in the balls.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she's doing a lot of her acting stuff right now. I'm not saying it could never happen, but I just don't see it happening this year, at least.
Well, they have to do it while this feud's going on, which the
Yeah.
feud could possibly run a while.
I mean, I hope it doesn't run all the way there, but Seth did mention WrestleMania 42 yesterday.
That's weird. That was really odd. I wasn't expecting him to mention that.
And they don't hardly ever do that. Like, at least like on screen characters, they don't directly mention WrestleMania 42 in a promo.
What about this? Seth versus Roman at WrestleMania 42. Maybe career versus career.
Interesting. I mean, Roman did said that he doesn't have a lot of time as until he didn't say he's going to stop wrestling, but until he gets into a less physical form.
Yeah.
So maybe, but
I mean, honestly, Roman
would have
done
to,
a lot the past 5 years now.
My thing is, it's going to be a lot to stretch this out over a year. They're gonna have to constantly keep coming up with good shit to keep this running for a whole year. I could see this running until maybe SummerSlam. You could have this run till SummerSlam and have it be Roman and stuff at SummerSlam. I think. I don't know. There's just, you're gonna have to do a lot to keep people invested. I mean, I'd be down for Seth and Roman next year, but it's gonna be, you're just gonna have to be doing a lot of correct booking to keep it consistent until next year's Mania.
Or Roman goes away for a bit after SummerSlam, takes time off, and he comes back, and after say something happens at SummerSlam, right? And it's Roman gets like beaten up so bad he can't return for a couple weeks, this and this. And then months later, maybe he shows up in the Royal Rumble, does a little Rumble showing. Him and Rollins go at it in the Rumble, and then,
What?
What?
I'm just reading stuff on Twitter from this Pat McAfee. Oh, you want to know what's really funny? Rock didn't even actually show up on the Pat McAfee show. He's via satellite. Rock confirmed on the Pat McAfee show, Cena was never meant to turn at Chamber. It was a last-minute decision. Cody Cody was meant to turn heel, but he told Cody, let's not do it now. And then he was at home during Mania, and he was never meant to be involved in Cena and Cody. He only showed up because he was told to, basically.
Well, speaking of Cena and
So wait, what's the
speaking
whole
of Cena,
point?
The Rock says he told Cena and Cody Rhodes that his work was done at Elimination Chamber. What?
What?
you got to say that all over again.
Does The Rock not sound like the dumbest motherfucker alive right now?
We can't
here.
lay this out, and I say, hey, here's how I really feel it should go. We can insert Final Boss in the end of this finish, but then where do we go? There's other commitments that I have, and I want to also be careful that we're not overstepping and leading over our skis too much here. Can get involved in the finish, and I said, but why get involved in that finish when the spotlight should just be on, in my opinion, John 17 heel champion? What does 2025 look like if this man is saying he's going to ruin professional wrestling? That to me is the anchoring storyline. It's not soul right now. Right now it's not. But by the way, we'll go back to it.
We still got it, kid. Still
We'll go back to
favored.
soul. Look, I can't think the text that I got and from the guys that I got, who are these top guys who are saying, you know, one in particular who I love is my guy. I call him the Superman of the company. He's like, listen, my soul's for sale when it's time. And I said, I love it.
They don't have my talent.
And I lay this out and I say, hey, here's
Well, and apparently the Superman he was talking about was Seth Rollins. Because apparently The Rock said the Superman of WWE is Seth Rollins. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm officially not a fan.
Hey, and now they're going to become besties.
All I know is that I can't wait for Backlash. John Cena, Randy on WWE Undisputed Championship. I'm there. I'm excited for this. This is something that has been a part of my teen years. This is freaking amazing. Knowing that we have John Cena and Randy on opposite sides of each other, and the fact that we are in an alternate reality because John Cena is heel, Randy Orton is babyface. I never thought I'd ever see anything like that, where we got two of the biggest names in wrestling and they're on the opposite tracks. We always had babyface Cena going up against heel Randy Orton. Now it's vice versa. Like, how awesome is that, bro? This is what I'm talking about. This is something that we need, that we should get, and that when we do get it, it's gonna be a banger. Forget the championship. I don't care if the championship's on the line. Give me Cena versus Orton in any scenario, title or not, whether there's a stipulation or not. Give me these two motherfuckers in the motherfucking ring right now.
Yep.
Thank you. I had to touch up on that because, dude, I was patiently waiting, but I'm wicked excited for this shit. This is the hardest thing going based on, for me, nostalgia. That's what this is. And the fact that when you got John Cena and Randy Orton facing off, you know they're about to put on a cinema of a match. Just go back one match in particular for me. One of my favorites, I just recently watched this, was 2009, John Cena, Randy Orton, I Quit match. Fucking phenomenal. These two are gonna put on a classic.
Yep. Yeah, Backlash, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, don't forget, oh my God, even when John Cena and Randy Orton had to team up against the whole Raw roster, they fucking killed
We
it.
were just talking about that not too long ago. One thing I want to really quick touch on before we end this. I don't know if you guys saw my message in the group last night. WWE has officially, it should be done a long time ago. WWE has officially retired the Universal Championship, and they revoked Cody Rhodes' status as former Universal Champion. The lineage ends with Roman Reigns. Only took them over a year to do that.
Good for them.
So whenever you go on to WWE.com, Cody Rhodes is no longer listed as a Universal Champion because he was listed as a Universal and WWE Champion. No longer listed as a Universal Champion, but he is listed as just the WWE Champion. And the WWE Universal Championship is listed as retired.
Perfect.
And 5 championship holders. Longest reign 1.3K days, and 6 days was the shortest.
6 days was Finn, right?
Think so.
Yeah.
I believe so. But why isn't Finn showing up on here? Oh, yeah.
All right, boys. I'm out.
Okay. We will see you guys later. Here, CJ, show your face so we can close this off. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching this episode of 3.5 Men Locked In Wrestling. All our links are down in the comments down below. We came very close to breaking the record. Maybe we'll do it one day, but
Maybe.
that's special. Maybe. Love you guys very much. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We've been growing like crazy. 74 subscribers and growing. Love you guys very much. I'll see you guys later. Too sweet, guys. Love you guys. And stay locked.
Locked in. Yeah.
I'll see you guys later. Love you
MDK
guys.
all fucking day.
See you guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.